Okay, notes to the balance sheet. A couple of people have emailed and said, I'm not getting it. I've never done this before. So I thought maybe rather than try to write a bunch of text out or have you read in the book, I would kind of give you an example of this. Maybe the words will be worth, the picture will be worth a lot more than the words, I'm hoping. Parenthetical notation, many of you have asked about. That's very similar to a footnote or an endnote in a chapter that you're reading or your textbook. You'll notice here's parentheses and it says note 1. And my guess is if I go to note 1 in the notes, I'm going to find more information out about that temporary investment. Same thing with the allowance for doubtful accounts. I'll find more information out there, and I bet I'll find a schedule. So how do you know what to include in these notes? Well, if you were an investor and all you had sitting in front of you was the numbers, what more would you like to know? That's basically what we put in the notes. We're going to try to give them a clear picture of the company so that if they do want to invest, they're going to feel very good about that investment. Or if they already have invested, they're going to feel rather safe in leaving the investment in the company. If somebody wants to borrow money, the bank would look at these and see how well the company did at describing its financial position. So, and as the notes show up or as areas show up that you need to notate, it just goes like note 1, note 2, back to note 1, because my guess is note 1 is a significant accounting practices. So it's going to explain how it shows the investments on bonds. Are those at market or are those at cost? Here's note 3. It's talking about plant and equipment. So as you see, as you go down through here, you've got, here's another one, notes payable. It literally tells when it's going to mature. Here's your stockholders' equity. And here we are at the notes. So, sure enough, note 1 is a summary of significant accounting policies. And these are just gaps. How do I value my inventories? How do I do my plant and property? How do I do the patents and the temporary investments? You can see all the information that shows up in note 1. And usually these are notated by lowercases in the alphabet. So once you have your significant practices, you're going to go on, and now we're going to do some schedules. First of all, here's your inventory. How do I inventory it, and what does it look like? Well, it looks like I've got raw materials, work in progress, and finished goods. This will kind of give them an idea how much money is sitting in each area of the inventory. Again, you'll come down and give them the schedule of the plant and property. See how this is broken down now? I can tell how much depreciation is in each asset, what the book value is. After that, there's usually the current ratio, which compares current assets to the liabilities, and literally lays out what we're comparing. Then they give you a little more of a schedule right here, just to help you get a better overview of the liquid assets and the other assets as you look at it. And for this one, that's all they're going to reveal, or all that's required for this particular balance sheet. If you look in the back of the book at Appendix A, though, and look at Coca-Cola's notes, you'll find pages and pages and pages of more information. It's almost like a text or a novel that they've written about the company. They really do try to be as transparent as possible and to show how the company takes care of the books. The best way to understand disclosures is to look at other companies and how they present this information. Each company has its own way of presenting their notes, and they usually try to keep them fairly consistent across as comparison to year to year. Other things you're going to find in the notes, and I'm coming right out of the book here now, is you're going to find the subsequent events. If something happened since the financial statements have been written up and they're being put out to the public, that's going to show up in there. You may have an auditor's report in there. You may have SEC disclosures written up in there. You're probably going to have a management's discussion and analysis of these papers, of these statements. You're going to find in there anything that the company thinks is pertinent to show what their true financial status is. So I hope this has helped a little bit. As I said, the best thing to do is just go find as many financial reports as you can and look and see how people display and disclose things. Now, GAAP has several things that you have to disclose, and those are shown throughout the book. So make sure you make notation of those. Certain things definitely have to be disclosed. So I hope this has helped. Let me know. We can do more of these, or I can find more examples if you need me to. Alrighty. Apologize for my voice. It's a little bit weak. I've got a cold. So you have a great weekend.